Good evening, everyone. I'm in a little different abode, so that's why I look a little funny. Hidden, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. I'll just give a few seconds for hopefully people seem to join, but who knows what these crazy times have and whether we'll get anybody coming to join us. So, it says two already. Chat has got somebody. Hey, Corval. Thank you, sir. Already on the ball. Hit that like on your way in. Yeah, so welcome. I kind of changed things up a little bit. I got a little music playing. I've got this kind of the background we have when we're doing the pack trading group. So MG, welcome. Yes, we are back. I think we're going to be a little bit more congruent with this going forward. I am going to be converting. I was mentioning it kind of in my Discord, but I'm going to be changing over a lot of my branding to trading mostly, and it'll mostly be with the pack trading group. I'm still working on my stuff. I'm not going to be going too crazy, but I do want to start going through some of my trades and being a little more public about it within reason. But it's going to be a slow process for me for now. And a lot of it's going to be to promote the pack trading group. I just think we have something pretty damn special. The way we teach people how to trade, the way we come at trading when it comes to all the flashy bullshit people in this space that are showing basically a take profit little thing on their chart, but they're not actually executing live, and they'll call two things and then say, look at the big trade I did after the fact, which is basically them taking two trades, one up, one down, and then showing you the one that won. So there's just so much of that crap out there. So we're doing things very transparently, very differently. And I'll probably change my Discord around as well to kind of support that and get rid of the crypto clarity and be more trader focused. But again, a lot of my ideas to funnel stuff into pack trading groups. That's where my career path is kind of going, I think, in the most part, and stuff. So how about you? How are things in?
Excuse me, I gotta sneeze.
Of course, good timing on my part. Zoom
Thank you. Things are going all right. Really not doing much besides the solo mining thing,
Yes.
FlexIRA. I bought my own personal one outside of that, so that's fun. And then just trying to
Cheap, eh?
This one's not cheap.
Okay.
But yes, the ones that we're running are about $400 a piece, thereabouts, between $200 and $400. But yeah, that's been kind of what I've been doing. I've been trying to keep that updated as best I can. I believe we are up to, let's take a look here as it loads. We have sold 33 tickets in this current round, so that allowed us to buy one more of the smaller ones, the Terminus.
Nice.
That's up and running. So another 33 tickets, and we get another 6 terahash device up and running. Again, one ticket is $21. You get 1%. That $21 includes the 1 year of electricity. After that 1 year, we just everybody gets together and we figure out if we want to keep running them. If you do, it drops the price of the ticket down to like $7 for a year.
Yeah, because you're not covering the unit anymore at that point.
It's just the power at that point. Other than that, I've just been vibe coding different shit, trying to make money because crypto fucking killed me.
As did it many people.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, I've basically got Flex. I got a gold thing that I'm doing right now, but it's a little larger startup investment of like 2,500, and then you can't go from 2,500 to 5,000. You have to go from 2,500 to 10K. So it's a little bit of a heavier thing, but going well. I got a couple that I'd paid it last 3 or 4 months. So. But yeah, Monstros is doing a big switch over. So anybody in Monstros, make sure you're keeping up with what's going on there because they've got their token launching. Basically, they're just making things easier on themselves. Obviously, the markets have been shit. So they're just kind of putting the ownership on you guys to kind of manage it the way you want. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes because it'll be a token now. I think they've got some generating things. I had a little chat with various. I know they're always going to do as best as they can in the environment they can. So I trust them. Nugget obviously had issues with the last drought, and so we are looking at some things to try and get everybody back. But obviously, like many things in this space, if the money goes bye, it's pretty hard to make it back. But we have some ideas and some things we're going to work on. and yeah, hopefully they'll work out. We're testing the waters on something else, or I am testing the waters on something else with someone, and we'll see how that goes, and go from there. So lots of fun.
Hopefully everything goes well.
Yeah, exactly. Just
people need wins back in this, you know.
But we keep trying. That's one of the main things. And it's just got to be different things. But yeah. So other than that, any you guys have any questions? Anything else you guys are doing? I think Quarter Mile here on MG. I haven't seen you guys in a bit. So you guys have anything that's working out for you? Anything that you wanted to grace our palms with, or grace our knowledge with, and we can take a look at it? Or?
Sure. I'm sure MG's got some cool shit going on.
And then we'll do these. We'll still try and keep these weekly. It obviously Hidden will update on that. I'll update on trading. Today, I'm not really trading today. I'm going to set up some things hopefully tomorrow. I would have been in a trade today. I actually would have taken a short at around. I mean, it's easier to say hindsight, right? So it's kind of hard to sit there and say, I would have taken this trade. That's not what I want to be doing. I want to be being more transparent. So I would have been in a trade before we started this and would have shown you that live if I was, but just feel finding using a few bots that are working well. Yeah, if you got any bots that are working well, let me know. I'm kind of botted out in some ways. I am doing future stuff that I'm looking into just because I find it a little bit more sustainable, and the cash outflow, because you don't have to fund your own account, because you can use prop firms. The cash reward ratio is quite nice. One of the main ones I have been doing, which I'll probably do a video about soon, it's unfortunately a pretty big outset of cash. I'm going to talk to them about what kind of deal they're able to maybe do for me, and I'll start doing some content for them. But basically, I think it's 10K. Now we've ROI'd ours. We got ours for 6K about a year ago, and we've now pulled out more than that. Most of it is not my money. I'm actually helping somebody who purchased the bot, and I get a little bit of residual income from helping them. But in the most part, it's done well and actually is paying us back. And now we're trying a second one, which looks a little bit, hopefully more slow and steady, but steady and like less big losses and more subtle wins to help kind of just gradually move up a hill kind of thing, rather than kind of bouncing up and down. So we're looking forward to trying that out. Hopefully it goes well. Nothing great going on here. Asked you about DCA bot strategy with the hype. Got stuck at the moment. Yeah, hype has been a funny one that unfortunately is going to screw everybody now. Nuggets for. Yeah, so that Nugget one actually is doing all right. But again, it's one I did put some money into that one, and Marcel is doing quite good with that DCA bot. But unfortunately, like anything, you have to put your own capital up. Whereas I'd prefer to use the prop firms, especially ones that I know and trust, because I've gotten payouts from prop firms. I don't know. I can't say I'm green anymore on my trading. I will be honest about that. But all of my issues, as I've said before, are my fault. I know I can do better. I know I can stop myself from doing the things that I'm not supposed to be doing. But I've just got to figure out my patterns and ways. And again, I've kind of slowed myself a lot. So again, I would say that's a very fitting statement of saying slow and steady wins the race. And then hopefully the music in the background's a good volume, guys. We just sort of added it. I've added it because I know the algorithm likes something in the background, so it's not just our voices. But
that's interesting.
Yeah, Restream has some options for us that makes it easy. So I just clicked one of them and I'm like, all right, this is chill. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to Marcelo's thing. It's actually done quite well for me so far in the last 4 weeks. So we'll see. But DCA bots have their issues, right? Like, they unfortunately often go the way of the dodo bird. But I'm giving another college try at it. He has done some pretty good back testing on this one, and I guess it is a little bit more of a one that's work. So we'll see. And then I've got a couple other things I want to try that I'm just waiting for some funds to clear, and I will get into those and we'll see. So I'm going to start. A lot of my content will be around some of that passive stuff still, and then it'll usually what I'll probably do is talk a lot about. Sorry. Reading your thing, Corma. So yeah, I'll be finding some bots. I have a couple of people that have forwarded me a couple of things that seem to work well. and testing them, live testing them, and I'll try and be a little bit better at putting info in my Discord and keeping you guys up to date on that stuff and resetting that up a little bit to hopefully add some value and start growing my content a little bit more. We'll probably start streaming on X with this and all my stuff as well. I'm going to buy an X account hopefully by next week or the week afterwards, and also try and do some better stuff there to help garnish some attention. So if you guys, I'll give you links to all that stuff whenever I get it going, and if you can help support that, I would appreciate it. I know we don't have a ton of people still around because of the way this space has gone, but I'm sure I can start garnishing some more friends if I can start making some of this shit work. So, especially if I can pay back some of the projects that have been effed from all this shit. And I really do still have a goal of that, even though it's been a long, hard, very slow road. I do still want to get to that. I just need to get my own shit in line first, right? Like, I can't go giving away money if I'm not making what I need for my family. So.
Yeah, you gotta look out for yourself.
Yeah. Yep. So just doesn't show it off as well. Window, how well it'll look. So one of the things we have in the pack trading group is the gunship, and so that's, I've actually been looking at this quite a bit for the evening trades around the 1800, and we actually have 2 entries right now for a short. This is what I was saying. I probably would have entered somewhere along here. The short started here, but I usually would let it go into a little bit of drawdown. This doesn't show it off the greatest, but it's quite neat. So this box is kind of, we don't use it as an entry box, but this shows our MFE and MAE. And so basically I would have waited for it to take a little bit of drawdown and gotten in. And I would have definitely taken some profit here and then possibly bought back in some more here. So it would have been quite a nice play. Last night actually would have been, I did get into that one and it was an amazing play. Don't just ignore all this. Yeah, 1800. So it went short. Definitely would have waited for a little bit of drawdown and got in somewhere in here. And then as you can see, the whole night, it just, like, you woke up in the morning at 4 o'clock.
That would have been a nice one.
Yeah, it was. So I got out somewhere around 6-7 o'clock. I got out. So I mean, it's nice, very, very nice. You don't always get these crazy ones, but I mean, it definitely was.
You do get them once in a while, though. I remember getting one. I was in one of Austin's lives, and I just remember, I looked it up and I'm like, oh, hey, it never closed last night. It was up $1,500, but of course it was a test account. So
yeah. Well, exactly right. But and like you say, that's probably the biggest point there is a lot of people don't realize, and it's been a part of my struggle is I keep trying to rush things, right? Like, and I keep trying to get one of these plays every day. But if you limit your losses and are more careful when your days are not going the way you want them to, and you leave room for these, then you're making 1,500, losing 250 maybe, instead of making 1,500, blowing your account by getting frustrated that you didn't get one of those days 5 days in a row, basically, right? And that's been probably one of the biggest struggles I've had. I'm getting there, but I need to do better. And that's why I like these passive things. If I can make them work, like this one that's working for us so far, it helps me take some of the stress off because I know I have something working in the background that seems to be paying cash flow for me. But it takes time.
Having something that works definitely takes the stress off of everything and allows you to really slow down and look at stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, DC, yeah, I don't know, Cormal. It's kind of a catch-22 with those because the single entry, if you pick the right direction, obviously is good. If you have good risk management, it's also good. The DCAs, the issue is you can get into a martingale type episode where it goes too deep and then doesn't turn around for you. And at that point, you're like, oh crap, I'm kind of screwed now. I got to just kind of let it run out. So, I mean, I like both. He seems to have something that's picking some pretty good directions, which is nice. But again, you're right. There can be, well, there are pros and cons to all of it, right? And this is why I kind of want to find things that are slow and steady on the prop firm side. Again, it just comes down to being able to risk less money for greater rewards, which is crazy, but it does work. I know it does because we have guys making some killer money in the pack. And I've done really well. Like I've had 5K payouts and stuff, but it's just not. But then you're paying $100 to $200 per account. That can go away pretty quickly if you're not consistently finding ways to keep moving in that direction. So And I don't even, and that's the problem, right? Again, I went for 5K payouts instead of just 1K and pushed it too hard kind of thing. Screwed myself a few times out of nice payouts. So,
Okay.
um,
And then you get into the, you know, you mess up and you get pissed off, and that's always an issue too.
that brings back some. I can't say I am quarter mile. Have you still looked at it? I did not, and I should probably talk to 7 Pint. I do really like the guys. I know they meant well. It's just unfortunately it wasn't working, and a lot of it's not working with prop accounts. I think it would have been better off with live accounts.
Yeah, the restrictions on the whatchamacallit were just too much.
Yeah, well, it's hard if it goes the wrong direction, right? Like it's just so. And the CFD prop accounts are also not the cheapest either.
Nope. He's probably not around. Just because of everything going on down in the southern hemisphere.
Oh, is he down there?
More than likely.
No.
He's Navy.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's right. I did know that, but I didn't know that. So yeah, so that could be. But I haven't been in the Discord at all, so it's kind of my bad. I haven't kept up on it. But yeah, quarter mile. Let me know if you've had any luck there. I did get given one actually that I want to take a look at. I got to see if it's still on sale. It was supposed to be. It was on sale for a couple weeks. I was going to try, but. That one I got to do that tomorrow. Hopefully, and reach out. As I said, we won't make these too long. It's kind of hard to get into too much. I don't want to just stare at a chart. As I said, I will actually trade live with you guys probably during this as well. Every time using most likely the gunship as my primary entry point, and go through how I play these out. Again, this is a tool that's available in the pack. So anybody that wants to join that, let me know. The links are in below. Of course, actually, I think I have to update those links. I forgot to check. Just reach out to me if you're looking to learn some trading. It's pretty wild what we do. We're actually going to be revamping it a little bit. It's actually going to probably get, I don't know yet. We're looking forward to keep on doing some more marketing, I guess, for it is basically what we're going to try and do.
Good. At the same time, you don't want to make it too big because then everybody's, doing that.
Well, the nice thing about what we do is it's not teaching one strategy, right? It's teaching you to create your own strategy. So there's really no limit how big we can get within reason. And not everybody sticks around the community, right? Like we do have a pretty good conversion rate to join the pack after the boot camp, but it's not like they need to do that. They can go back to their own communities and do whatever. We just, because of the tools we've created too, it gives them access to some stuff. But we have traders we're live trading pretty much almost 24/7, not live in YouTube, just live in the group. We have a live Asian session now, 2 sections of the Asia session now. And then we have London session, we have the class in the morning, and then the New York, the morning before New York Open, New York, and then we have an ambiguous hour after that. And then we have me, I usually go through some stuff, not this week, but next week I'll be back on, just sort of going through psychology, just having chats with everybody, going through some of the stuff we're learning and stuff. So we've got a pretty good setup there and something for everybody. So any other questions, guys? Otherwise, we'll kind of shut her down almost there. Hidden, I guess you wanted to throw the link in for anybody that wants, or did they just reach out to you for the?
Yeah, let me put in the link in private chat because I still can't post.
You won't be able to hear, I don't think, because I can't add you anymore now. That's not sort of mine, as I told you. I will post for you.
Thank you.
There it is. If anybody wants to take a look at that, and actually I can put that in the comments too of the.
That'd be awesome. Faster we can get the next 33 tickets sold, the faster I can get another 6 terahash unit running. I mean, still not going to. Well, I can't say that because we've been seeing people have been hitting these solo blocks like fucking crazy lately. There's already been 5 solo blocks for the year 2026.
Oh wow,
which is unheard of because all of last year there was only like 13.
What do I call it? Label it solo mining or?
Yeah, solo mining protocol, I guess, would be the best way of describing it.
Okay. I updated that. Hopefully it updates on there. I assume it will. But, awesome. Well, other than that, guys, we'll probably leave it at that. Like I said, 20 minutes, half an hour. We'll probably do these to keep them quick and easy. Shit's going kind of crazy right now too, and I like freaking Iran down, like Venezuela. Everything's kind of gone to. It's not a happy place right now. I had a few messages from a few people that are affected from that stuff, and I kind of get blind to that sometimes, and it's kind of not so happy when you realize people in your circle of influence are being affected by some of this shit. And it's not in a nice way, even though the news will make it sound like some of it's all happy-go-lucky and positive.
Well, that's one thing you never got to worry about with T-Man being in power. They're always going to make it look bad.
Yep. Thank you, Quarter Mile. And I know MG might have stepped away, but I'm sure I'm thanking him as well. If anybody has any questions, as always, please reach out in DMs or in the Discord. Obviously, Discord preferred, so we can get some conversations going. I'm going to try and, like I said, revamp that a bit to try and get some conversations going, and then hopefully help find some solutions over time. I hate saying it because it's like it's been so long trying to do it, but we will find out more. I started another bot up tomorrow that we found. Actually, won't be starting tomorrow. We'll be setting it up tomorrow night and starting it hopefully Friday and see how it goes. And hopefully see if we can get some progress from that. So